Right, hello, good evening, good morning, good whatever it is, wherever you are. My name is Paul, I'm also called Knick-Knack, and I am the brains, so help me God, behind Knick-Knack's daily teaser, which I'll have floating around in this corner at some point during the video. I'm someone who writes brain teaser quizzes, I'm someone who watches movies, I'm also somebody who occasionally watches TV shows, and just recently I've been watching Star Trek Discovery, the latest Star Trek franchise. It's in its third season, in case you didn't know, and I have quite frankly just caught episode 6, Scavengers. Episode 6, Scavengers, opens with the traditional summary of preceding episodes, and then in the rest of the pre-title teaser sees Captain Saru, Doug Jones, recording the ship's log, telling how the Discovery has been refitted to bring it up with the 32nd century standards. It also shows us a briefing given by Admiral Vance, Oded Fehr, assigning different ships to different parts of the Federation. The Discovery, on the other hand, he wants to keep at base, as it is still, even though it's 1,000 years old, it is still the fastest ship in the fleet. He wants it as a fast response vehicle in case Starfleet needs to flex its muscles at the Emerald Chain crime syndicate, something Commander Burnham is quietly not happy about. You see, the Discovery has just received a message from Book, David Ajala. He's found a clue that Commander Burnham needs in order to work out what happened during the burn. He's found a black box, a Starfleet flight recorder. He and it are being held in a labour camp by the Emerald Chain, who really don't like letting their workforce go. Do you get the feeling Commander Burnham is going to maybe, sort of do something she's never done and commit mutiny? Now, what did I think of Scavengers? Frankly, if the show's producers, if anyone from CBS All Access are reading this post, please, guys, let's have a few more episodes like this, please. It's a superb little episode. There's dastardly villains. Ian Lake is an Orion gangster called Tolor. There's sympathetic prisoners. David Ajala, of course, his book, and Noah Avabat Kat, I hope I've got that right, as Rin, an Andorian prisoner. And there's an Emperor Georgie, Michelle Yeoh, who is as merciless as ever, but suffering flashbacks. Flashbacks she's desperately keen to start hiding. On top of all this, there's a lot of character-driven stuff in there, and there's also a lot of action going on. I mentioned Philippa Georgiou having flashbacks. There's a very well choreographed fight scene at the end of Scavengers, one that's pivotal to the plot and has a lot of tension as well as action. Philippa Georgiou blanks out and starts getting flashbacks at a bloodied hand and a Terran Imperial badge right in the middle of things. It seems and sounds possibly less important than I'm making it. Till you see it. The whole fight swings on that flashback. We don't know whose blood that is. We don't know whose chest that badge is on. I have my suspicions, but I can't tell you for sure. It's a fight that has after effects, though. It's this fight that sees Michael quite blatantly asking Philippa for her trust, and Philippa admitting she can't do it. Not yet. She's been betrayed by her own version of Michael Burnham in the past, so it's going to be hanging on one of these. That trust issue is something reflected in the episode's final moments. It's moments that see Captain Saru telling Michael he's going to be demoting her back to science officer and taking her out of the first officer post, partly as punishment for disobedience, but partly because he's lost trust in her. And he's going to, just as it's happened in the when they were both on the Shenzhou, it's trust that's going to have to be rebuilt. These are quite powerful stuff, actually. It's character building stuff, but it's powerful and interesting to watch. There's just a minor point there to close with, and it's something I know I've seen mentioned a couple of times in other reviews. I can remember watching both the original Star Trek many years ago and The Prisoner, with Patrick McGoon, the 60s series, set in a little village somewhere. My friends and I developed something of a running gag or two that Patrick McGoon, as number 6 in The Prisoner, will be a get out at least once episode. At least once an episode. In all honesty, he only does it about 2 or 3 times, but get out! It's noticeable enough and loud enough that it got to be something of a thingamidoodah. Something of a repeat offence, if you will. More relevantly, in the original series of Star Trek, we'd be able to spot and joke about Captain Kirk's latest love interest, definitely not victim, love interest, because you'd be able to spot the fuzzy camera work and the soft lighting. There's a couple of points that springs to mind particularly with this episode, that fuzzy camera work. There's one scene in Scavengers where there's definitely, quite frankly, not a lot of fuzzy camera work, but certainly a hell of a lot of lens flare. I'll let you guess who's involved, but one of them is Michael Burnham, and the other one is Book, and there's a lot of fuzzy going on. I'd hate to spoil it. I'll let you try and spoil it. The other thing is quite simple. It's simply the way that Sonequa Martin Green, as Commander Michael Burnham, bursts into tears at some point in every single episode, or so far in Series 3. It's minor. It doesn't spoil my enjoyment. It shows us that a human brought up as a Vulcan is capable of being in touch with her inner emotional life. But she's doing it in every episode so far. I'm going to be watching another one next weekend, around the 19th and 20th. I want to see if she bursts into tears in this one. I hope you care to join me next weekend for another episode of Star Trek Discovery. I'll see you then. Have fun. Be good. Take care. Enjoy your week.